Ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of speeches to do, and we haven't ruled our lectern out tonight, so that's a bit of a giveaway, and that's because the girls are up next, and they've chickened out. They're not going to come down here for the lectern. They're going to speak from up the top. So please, would you make a big, warm Adelaide welcome for Dakota Harmer and bridesmaid Full Tran as they talk to us.
Leave that one on the table.
Oh, okay. Hi everyone. I know there's been a lot of speeches tonight, but we just
Close.
close enough.
Absolutely.
I know it's been a few speeches tonight, but we just had a few really quick words to say. Who's going to start?
Mine's going to be quick. It's not going to be funny because I'm going to try to be funny and end up being lame. So it's going to be straight to the heart, very quick. So Trang and I met when we were in our junior high school years in St Mary's, and we became good friends. I'm so glad that after so many years we're still really good friends, and that she's invited me here today to share and take part in what is one of the most important days of a girl's life, and definitely I think it's a change. So thank you, Paige. So even back in high school, Paige was always this pretty smart girl who always had a strong personality, but always cared deeply for her loved ones and family. And I knew that one day she'd make a man very happy. And what I didn't know back then was that some man would also make my friend Paige very happy. But a different kind of happiness, different from what she's experienced before with her family and friends. It's a happiness of a partnership in life. A hand to hold on a rainy day, but also on a happy day. Sharing your dreams and goals, and getting there together. Paige and Christian, you guys are both so lucky to have each other, and found each other. I'm truly and wholeheartedly happy for you guys.
I know I'm supposed to say something really embarrassing or funny about Jan, but I think you'll all agree with me when I say she's lived a pretty perfect and exemplary life, so I don't have anything to say. But I am going to say thank you so much. You look amazing tonight, and we're so blessed and so honoured that you invited us here and to share with us your wonderful life. And I'm so glad you got your fairy tale tonight. The last thing that I'm going to say is to Nam, thank you so much for being there for Jan. I know you guys met 13 years ago and you've been there for her, giving her love, encouragement, support. And I don't have to say anything about what I hope for you because I know you've already guaranteed it for her. So we're just so excited to see you here and so excited to watch you guys grow old together. And I want to say on behalf of everyone, thank you so much for inviting us here and sharing this day with us.
She didn't want to let go of the microphone. Once she starts, and once you start talking, it never stops. So there you go, fantastic. Thank you, girls, very much. That was very nice. Really appreciate those kind words. And look, the boys don't like to be outdone by the girls. They never have, and they never will. So please, once again, the boys have decided that safety is in numbers. So they're not going to chicken out and do one at a time or even two. It's going to be all four of them. So please, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the groomsman, the best man, all the boys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tian, and I'm one of Chris's closest friends. Amongst our group, we all know him and refer to him as Nam, so that's how we'll be calling him throughout the rest of this speech. All of us guys standing here, we've all known Nam for over 10 years now, so that's why we're all going to chip in and say a little something about him. Me, however, I'm a little bit special. I've known Nam since grade 2 in primary school, which is about 18 years now. Because I've known Nam the longest, I suppose the responsibility falls onto me to share with you all the terrible, naughty, mischievous deeds he's done throughout his life. Unfortunately, I happen to play a major part in most of these deeds, and I can't go ruining my impeccable reputation on a night like this. But there are other moments I can share with you. So for those of you who know Nam well, you'll know that he's just a little bit weird. For anyone who currently doesn't think so, it's my goal tonight to try and change your minds, even if only a little bit. I've had the pleasure and the horror of witnessing some of the most bizarre moments associated with Nam. From getting tackled down to the floor by nothing more than a common housefly, which, by the way, was hilarious to watch, to one of the most disturbing scenes in my memory to date. This happened way back in high school, where all of us guys were just hanging out in the main courtyard during our lunch break. Nam randomly decides to attempt to seduce us guys with his rendition of the song Love Fool, whilst at the same time dancing sexily. Now, let me just clarify exactly what this sexy dance was. Nam's sexy dance involves him acting as though he's wearing a miniskirt, swishing and swaying it around with his hands, showing off some leg skin and everything. All of this, mind you, done in an all-boys school for everyone else to see. This man just has no shame. For anyone who'd like a visual reenactment, perhaps Nam would be willing to demonstrate that later on the dance floor tonight. Well, I'm going to pass the mic on to another good friend of Nam's.
Thank you, Tim. The greatest moment in Nam's career all started back in Year 10, which so happens to be one of the most memorable moments. It all started early summer when our high school started transitioning. This was the last week of Year 10. On one certain day, Nam was always so happy and smiling. Our chemistry teacher named him her sunshine, to the jealousy of all the classmates. There must be a certain aura about her, or the way she looked at him that always made him smile. He always had sunshine pictures drawn on his tests and exams. Little did she know, her sunshine was always a mischievous brat, and she never saw the other side to this little boy.
Hello, my name is Benny. I have known Nam since high school, and we have been friends ever since. Thinking back, we never really hung out that much during the early years of high school, so I don't really remember exactly how we became friends. It was quite the opposite, actually. I never really liked the guy. On the handball court, we were rivals, constantly disputing. Sadly, Nam, being the cheeky guy that he is, always ended up winning most of the calls. In the classroom, he was simply a distraction, constantly annoying me with vivid details and descriptive stories of the dreams that he had the other night. At lunchtime, I would be having a nice, normal conversation with someone, and he'd pop out, slap my meat pie out of my hand onto the floor. It only happened the one time, but still, who does that? For those that are interested, I only ever managed to take one bite out of that poor, delicious pie. How he became one of my closest friends is beyond me. But despite the rivalry, the distractions, and the pie slapping, we became good mates, and in all honesty, he's an all-round great guy. I am very happy to see him married to his longtime sweetheart, and I am delighted to add Trang to my list of close friends.
Hi everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Hai. My friendship with Nam dated many years ago. We first met at Vietnamese school. Nam was a skinny, loud, roguish little midget, recognisable by his high-pitched voice. Despite these shortfalls, he was a very popular figure amongst the teenage girls at school. Every guy was jealous of him, every girl adored him. Train, who attended vet school, was certainly no exception. Apparently he had the cutest of baby faces, a sight to behold. Now we're carrying extra baggage. I certainly don't see any resemblance today. Manly. Train, on the other hand, was innocent, intelligent, and a mature young lady, but, in other words, the teacher's pet. Viet class typified many fun times. The girls would always sit in the front row of the classroom and talk about their crushes, while the boys would all gather at the back and talk about just about anything games. However, these two, they always sat next to each other. And that's pretty much how their love story began. Despite their differences, I had little doubt they would one day be destined for one another. And that day is today. Number Train. Tonight, on behalf of all the guys here, including Sitter and Kwok, who's sitting on table number 12, can you please stand up so everyone knows who you are? We would like to extend to you our warmest congratulations. Anyone who has spent time with these two and in their company will certainly agree with me they make an absolutely lovely couple. They perfectly complement one another. Alright, I think we're running out of time, so I'll finish off the speech by getting Train and participating in a short quick activity. You ready? Train, can you please start off by placing your right hand on the table in front of you? Nam, can you now please place your left hand on top of Train's? That'll do. Nam, now close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Cherish this moment. Because this is the first, the only, and the last time you'll ever have the upper hand. Ladies and gentlemen, I now ask you all one more time to raise your glasses to love, to laughter, to happy ever after, to our newest bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Fung. Cheers!
Cheers!
Cheers! Cheers! Cheers! Cheers, boys! Cheers!